All right, what is up, you guys? A little different intro for today. First off, I did not know how to do these like kind of talking stuff or like I have a background, so I just put my guns up just for like I don't know. YouTube, if you're watching this, these are fake guns. A little different of a video today. If you guys saw the title, we're doing a different type of video today. Unfortunately, I could not record my week 2 day 3 lift because today was just crazy. I just had, well, you guys are watching this tomorrow, which is Friday. Thursday is when I'm supposed to work out, but I was so busy with work. I had clients throughout the entire day and I had no time to really work out. I mean, I did have time to work out, but I had no time to like film comfortably because like I had clients from like 6 to 10 a.m. and then from like there I had clients every other hour. So like I had a gap at 11 a.m., then client 12, client from like 12, and then 2, and then 4, and then from 4 to like 7 o'clock, and then 8 to 9. So like I didn't have enough of a gap to like film comfortably, and it just wouldn't have been professional for me to work out and film while I'm training my clients. Usually my clients are super chill with me working out while I'm training them, but it would just been completely unprofessional for me to like film my workout, and it was just whatever. That's just the life of a business owner. To make up for it, we were doing a Q&A. I feel like it took me like 2 minutes to like get to the point of the video, but yeah, we're doing a Q&A. So pretty much, I posted on my story for you guys that have me on Instagram. I got questions from like a couple of different places. So I posted a poll on my story where I got like a mix of like serious questions and a mix of like not so serious questions. Someone actually sent me like their butt cheek. I don't know. Someone sent me their butt cheek, but yeah. Um, okay. So this one comes from Carlos. His question is, how big is it? Now I don't know what he really means. How big is like my legs, my business? I don't really know what he's talking about, but if he's talking about like my badonkadonk, um, it's big enough. Next question is gonna be from Alex, my boy who owns All Black Tints, which is a detail shop, and also a tint shop. Oh wait, sorry, no, not Alex. This is my, damn, I really called him Alex. Cut. This is for my boy Erlise, who owns a tint shop, and he works with my boy Alex, who owns a detail shop. They work in the same building. So Erlise's question is, do you plan on opening a second gym? Oh, it's a great question. I do plan on I wouldn't say second gym. So if you guys don't know me or my story, I opened up a gym when I was 21 years old. I dropped out of school for it and just take a really big risk. Knew nothing about the business. And yeah, it's a small little gym in Santa Clara, California, and we're like a private powerlifting kind of gym. So yeah, just cool, grunty warehouse kind of vibe. And I wouldn't say opening a second gym would be my next goal. I think my next goal would be to relocate to a bigger location. My gym right now is about 1,700 square feet, so very, very, very private and boutique. And so I'd rather relocate everyone to a bigger space where I can put more equipment, and from there, I actually have more space and more room to actually grow the business. I would like look at places that are a little more visible. My gym's kind of hidden, and yeah. First off, I would say relocate, and then if that goes well and it's worth it, then yeah, maybe open up a second gym. But I would definitely relocate my gym to a bigger space before I think about opening up a second gym. But if that ends up being in God's plan, then I would not mind opening up a second gym. So next question comes from Brian. Favorite childhood memory and why have you stayed natural all these years? Favorite childhood memory. Honestly, nothing specific. Honestly, just being a kid. I mean, like, I'm 24. I think I'm old. I think I'm like 36. But even me being 24 and so young, I think because I'm a business owner, life has been expedited a little faster than the average person my age. And honestly, just being a kid. Like that's really it. Like nothing really specific. I just miss being a kid. No responsibilities. I was playing the game 24/7. I was hanging out with friends after school. All I had to do was just go to school and do my homework, and life was so much easier. And I just miss being a kid, man. And I feel like while I was a kid, I wanted to grow up really fast, but now that I'm like already 24, I miss being a kid. Yeah. Um, why have you stayed natural all these years? Because natural's the only way, bro. It's the only way. Not just kidding. I was natural for 5 years. I've been lifting for about 6 years. I was natural for 5 years, and then I started taking testosterone. About, I think it's been 4 months. 4 months. Yeah, I think I've been on testosterone for 4 months, and yeah, I'm not natural. I trained natural for 5 years, but I'm not natural right now. So sorry to burst your bubble. But why did I say natural for the 5 years? I didn't have a need to take anything. I was happy with where I was. I just wanted to get as much as I can naturally, and yeah, I didn't have a purpose to take anything. So that's the reason why I say natural. So yeah, if you're watching this and you're debating on doing it, if you don't have a goal or a purpose, please don't do it. This is from our boy Suhan. How much D have you taken in your ah? I don't know what a D is. I don't know what an ah is. But if I put two and two together, I've taken a lot, bro. What did you hit, broski? I think he's referring to like my story and like my workout. I think today was week 1, day 3. So I did multi-grip bench. I think I had to do 220 for 8 for 5 sets, which I did do. That was pretty hard by the 3rd set. And I hit upper body. I hit neutral grip pull downs, incline dumbbell press, easy bar curl. I ended up doing cable curls, and I did the fat grip hammer curls, and then core, and forearms. Oh, even though I'm not posting my week 2, day 3, here's the workout plan. This is also from Suhan. Honestly, Suhan kind of carried all these questions, so shout out my boy Suhan. When's the next powerlifting meet? This is honestly, everyone's been asking me this. I said last year. I said it was good. I said it was gonna be like last summer. I said it's gonna be winter of last year. Realistically, honestly, I want to do a meet in July. I'm on prep for a meet now. I'm actually debating on if I want to work with a coach or not, specifically for this meet. Despite me being a coach, which that could be a whole other discussion for a whole other video. But yeah, if I get a coach, then I can see myself doing one last big meet in July. So don't quote me on that, but July powerlifting meet. This is from our boy Suhan again. He asked me, do you care more about physique or strength? That's a great question. I feel like that's like one of the hardest questions that anyone could ask, just because I think you can get a bit of both. Yeah, like I feel like you can still squat 500 but then look like Chris Bumstead. Obviously, like not like exactly, but like I feel like you can be strong and have a really good physique, which is what I think is my ultimate goal. I can't say that I want to do strictly bodybuilding or strictly powerlifting. I've done both. I've tried to do both, more powerlifting versus bodybuilding, and I love doing both. I just don't think that I can purely bodybuild forever, and I don't think I can purely powerlift forever. So like I don't want to say power build, I guess power building, but I think it would be more like I can see myself squat, bench, and deadlifting once a week, but not really like 1 rep maxing, and then everything else is all bodybuilding. So as long as I can at least do my compounds comfortably and safely, not have any injury, I think I love both equally. I think it's nice to like be able to rep 500 on squat, 500 on deadlift, and rep 315. But I also think it's cool to have like a nice physique, because what's the point of having strength but you look terrible? And inversely, what's the point of looking really good and you're not even strong? I think there's a middle ground between both, and I feel like that's my ultimate goal. But I would say a little more on the bodybuilding side. Like I said, I still want to squat, bench, and deadlift, but from other than that, I think straight bodybuilding. And I think also because I think workout timing, powerlifting takes a lot of time. It takes like sometimes I take 2.5 hours just working out, just all the resting. Bodybuilding, I can get a bodybuilding day done. Like if it's like an upper body day, like a push or a pull, I can get a push or pull day done in 1 hour easily. Like, because bodybuilding is all about fatigue. So I think that's the beauty about bodybuilding too, is that the goal is fatigue and breakdown, get in, get out kind of vibe. That's why I like that too. Sumer, how much gear is needed to feel happy? I think none. None is the smartest answer, but I wouldn't say taking tests or like gear at all I wouldn't say it makes me happy. I think it gives me a boost. I'll be honest. We can talk. I can do a whole other video about like my experience taking tests and like what I rate different things that I had not taken. But like I don't think I took tests to like be happy. If I would just be completely transparent, I took it like transparent, like realistically, just to like give me a little boost. Like it gives me more energy. It makes me more productive in my work days. It helps me recover better. I'm not saying this is an excuse, but because of my busy schedule, I don't really sleep too much or too well, which is, like I said, it's not an excuse. But like being on test, it allows my body to be alert faster. So like when I used to struggle waking up at 5-6 a.m. to get up to work, now I can kind of just like wake up. Like I just wake up and I just like start my day. So it makes life a little easier, but I wouldn't equate that to happiness. So my realistic answer would say no. The bodybuilding side of me would be like, just slam 1 gram of test, 1 gram of trim, bro. Actually, we're done with the Instagram responses. I wrote down questions from my notes. This one's coming from Raylan, our boy Raylan. How much protein do I actually need? I mean, from like a pure nutrition standpoint, I mean, 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight is usually what's ideal. But if you want my real response as a coach, from someone that's been a coach for like 5 years or 4 years, 1 gram per pound of body weight. It doesn't matter where you're cutting or you're bulking. If like I'm 160, and my goal is to get 180, I'm gonna eat 180 grams per pound of body weight. So I would say whatever your goal weight is, eat 1 gram per pound of body weight for that goal. If I'm 200, okay, an example, I've been cutting. I started my cut at 240 pounds. My goal is to get to 205. I'm gonna eat like, I'll eat a little more, but it says for that reference, I'll eat 205 grams per pound of body weight or 205 grams of protein for each day, because that's my target weight goal. That's just to like preserve my muscle mass and whatnot. So I say 1. If you're like new in the gym and whatnot, then yeah, you can get away with 0.7, 0.8, but ideally get 1 gram per pound of body weight. That's the most ideal for you. If you're someone that's like been in the gym for a while and you have a lot of mass on you, then yeah, you can go for that 1.2, 1.3. It's not super needed. Like I said, 1 gram per pound of body weight is fine. This is also from Raylan. What's better for longevity, powerlifting or bodybuilding? I think bodybuilding wins, honestly. I think bodybuilding wins if you can program it smartly. It's just better for your joints long term. Powerlifting, it's fun. And you can powerlift for the rest of your life, but it is very taxing on the joints. Just like continuously stressing your body out and your joints. If you don't program properly, if you're not dialed in, you're more prone to injury. I've thrown my back out deadlifting. I've thrown my back out squatting. I've had like knee pain and elbow pain. I've been out for like a couple weeks in the gym because of powerlifting. I misloaded or I went too heavy, or I didn't listen to my body. I've been out with powerlifting. I've never been out with bodybuilding. Bodybuilding, it's really hard to injure yourself unless you're ego lifting. Like realistically, it's almost impossible to injure yourself while you're bodybuilding unless you're ego lifting. So I would just say for longevity, bodybuilding is going to be the healthier option. And when I say bodybuilding, no, not take a bunch of gear, whatnot, like doing your upper lower splits, your upper body lower body PPL, your Arnold split, your PPL, your 3 on 1 off, like just like bodybuilding style splits where you're mainly focusing on like dumbbells, machines, and cables. That's going to last you a lot longer, and you also have a really good physique too compared to powerlifting. But my ego says powerlifting because lifting heavy weight is really fun, but it's not optimal for the long term. This is coming from our boy Alex. Do I need cardio to lose fat? Yes, you can lose weight without touching a treadmill or walking an entire life, but cardio just increases your metabolic rate. Cardio just helps promote fat loss. It's just, there's nothing really for me to go in depth to. Like, yes, you need to do cardio. If not, then you are leaving so much gains on the table. So yes, you do need cardio to lose fat. But you said you need cardio to lose fat. You don't need cardio to lose weight. That's just pure like calories in, calories out. How many days per week should I train? Honestly, I've done so many splits. I've done like 3-day like full bodies. I've done the 6 on 1, like 6 on 1 off. Honestly, in my experience, 4 to 5 days is perfect. I think 4 days if you have like a busy schedule, or if you want to focus a little more like on strength. 5 days is cool because you get a little more emphasis on your body parts. But like 4 to 5 days is perfect. 4 days you're doing like upper, lower, upper, lower. 5 days you're doing like upper, lower, like a 2-day split and then a 3-day split, or opposite. You might do like upper, lower, and then like arms and delts or something like that. So that's perfect, because honestly, most people won't tell you is you will grow the most while you are recovering. The moment that you leave the gym is when your body actually grows. When you stop working out, when you're sleeping, that's when your body grows. That's what most people don't understand. That's one thing I did not understand myself when I was first starting. I was working out too much. I didn't give myself time to recover and grow. You gotta keep in mind, guys, like, our body takes a lot more time recovering than breaking down. So 4 to 5 days is perfect. Get in, get out. You don't be in the gym any longer than you need to. If you're doing pure bodybuilding, 1 hour max. You can even get a bodybuilding day done in 45 minutes. If you're in the gym bodybuilding for 2 or 3 hours, you're wasting your time. You're just in there for too long just because you want to be in there. Powerlifting is different. Powerlifting, I probably take like 2 hours, but it's kind of need to rest. Yeah. So, 45 days is perfect. Perfect structure. Get in, get out. Recovery is really important. So, what's the fastest way to see results? Consistency. There is no fastest way to. There is no like. You can't rush progress. Like, yes, there's ways to allow you to get results faster, and that's just consistency, bro. Like, train hard. Train as hard as you can in the gym. Don't overtrain. Eat right. Log in your macros. Like, track your calories. Make sure honestly, just make sure you're eating enough protein, eat enough calories, whether you're in a deficit, you're maintaining, or you're gaining, and sleep. Most importantly, sleep, bro. 7 to 9 hours of sleep every day for all ages. The more the better. But 7 to 9. So sleep, bro. Sleep is so important. If you don't sleep, you're leaving so much. I know from experience, because I'm a business owner. I sleep like 6 to 6.5 hours a day. I usually get 8 to 9 hours on like weekends. But yeah, coming from experience, I know. Sleep 7 to 9 hours. Rank ethnicities. This is also from Daniel. Of course, he would ask me this. Well, I'm married, but I'll be transparent. Number 1, Latinas. I love me Latinas, as toxic as they are. Yes, including my wife, Stephanie. If you're seeing this, I love you, but you piss me off. It's just that toxic love that I like, man. Number 1, Latinas. Number 2, Asians. Number 3, I'll just put the most generic. So like 3 would be. This is gonna sound messed up, and this is not racist, but I'm gonna put light skin. I'm gonna put light skins. Light skins will be number like a really close number 3. Not saying that I don't appreciate my dark chocolate women. It's just not my preference. There's a lot of dark chocolate women that are beautiful. It's just not my preference. I like the light skins. Number 4. Guess I just say Indians. They're not really my type. I've seen some very beautiful Indians out there. They're just not my type. Number 5 will be white women. I know you guys are gonna come at me in the comments, but I'm sorry, but snow bunnies are not for me. Especially if you're trying to get married, snow bunnies are not for you, bro. So, yeah, that's what I would rank my ethnicities. This is from Melanie. What would you recommend to gain muscle? Eat protein. Just eat enough protein. Like 1 gram. That scared me. I'm glad this fake gun is not loaded. There we go. All right. I'm gonna read the question again. What would you recommend to gain muscle? Yeah, honestly, just eat enough protein, 1 gram per pound of body weight, and just train hard. That's really it. Train hard, eat protein. That's really it. And recover, sleep. You're not gonna gain muscle if you don't sleep enough. Like, you will, but you're gonna leave so much on the table if you don't sleep. Like, I can't stress sleep enough, especially to my clients. I tell my clients every day, sleep. They don't listen to me. Just sleep, please. Melanie also asked me, what motivates you to be the person you are, and how you ended up coaching? That's a great question, actually. What motivates me to be the person that I am? Honestly, all glory to God, and not just God. I'm gonna say Jesus, because Jesus is God. Jesus is my savior, and he's the one true king. And honestly, Jesus, I knew that God already had a plan for me, and it took me a lot of suffering. I had to go through a lot of stuff to get to where I'm at now. I had to lose a lot of relationships, friends, family, acquaintances. I had to go through a lot of stuff. I had to lose a lot of stuff. I had to lose a lot of stuff that I didn't even have to get to where I am now. So I just say, I say just not disappointing God. I think that's like my biggest motivation, just because God is perfect, he's all knowing, and God already has a predestined plan set for my life that I have yet to still understand or like figure out or realize. I just have to live life to figure it out. But I would say him, because I feel like if I give up what I have and I like let the little things and the little failures and the mistakes get to me, I know that like it's gonna offset my path that God has for me, and the last thing I want to do is disappoint him. So God is my biggest motivation. Number two would be my wife and my future family that I know that God has planned for me already. So I say those two are my biggest motivations to kind of be who I am and push myself to do things that I never thought I would ever done. And I feel like I've accomplished more than a lot of ex-peers that I used to have that are my age, if not older. And I feel like that's a big dub, because I was one person that took a step out of their comfort zone, and despite the lashback, and I don't have a lot. I'm not the most successful person. I'm not rich or anything, but you know what? I'm happy with the decisions that I've made, and I have a lot to learn, and it's on God's timing. I'm not gonna rush it. So yeah, that's a great question actually. Do I stay in college or start my own business? Now, Max and I were actually talking about this in the gym. I actually gave him his answer actually on the spot. But I'm gonna tell him what I told. I'm gonna tell you guys what I told him. What I told everyone. If what you want to do in your life requires you to go to school genuinely, then go to school. Get your degree. If you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, get your degree. It's a no-brainer. But if what you want in life doesn't require you to go to school, and you can learn that skill somewhere else and make money from it, go somewhere else. Like for a small example would be just like a blue collar job, like what's it called, vocational school, or like the separate schooling where people go to get blue collar job, like electrician, HVAC, plumbing. Like you can go get you can go to a separate program. You don't have to go to college for that. You literally don't go to college for that. I have friends that are electricians. I have friends that do HVAC. I have friends that are plumbers, and they make good money. Like they off the bat, after being an apprentice, they're making like $80K a year, like first year. That's great for a first year for a job. So that would be one example. In terms of a business, business is different. It's not easy. I don't think business is meant for everyone. I didn't think it was meant for me at the time, but you have to ask yourself two questions. Are you driven? And can you drive yourself when you're not driven? And what I mean by that is, are you just naturally a driven person? If not, then it's gonna be hard. You have to like kind of like get out of your comfort zone and do a lot of things that you don't want to do. And I've done a lot of those. Number two is gonna be a lot of times with business where like you're not where you want to be. There's no money in the bank. You're not making any money. Rent is due. You haven't hit the goals that you've hit. Like, for me, like not having X amount of clients by this month, or not having X amount of members by this month, or like I'm down, like I just lost $6,000 in 1 month because people left because they went to another gym or they moved out of town. Like you have to like look at that and you have to ask yourself, like, can you handle the pressure? And if you can, how are you gonna get up from that? How are you gonna get yourself out of that hole? And how are you gonna motivate yourself to find ways to continue to grow? If you can't do that, it's gonna be really hard. And I think everyone should start a business. I just don't think that everyone can handle it. It's a lot of pressure, but if you have the drive, if you can keep yourself driven, then I would say start a business, like over anything else, honestly. But what I also told Max was make sure you have a job. A lot of people I see that they just want to just like quit their job and just be like, I have 10K in the bank, I'm gonna start this business, and then they have no money. It's like, no, like make your job, have your job, and yeah. So that's what I would say. The last question is, do I hit legs? Yes, leg day is the best day, bro. If you're gonna be in my gym, Max, you gotta stop skipping legs. But yeah, I probably took longer answering those questions than I wanted to. I just wanted to just talk on the mic and just kind of do like a lot of like just a really close one-on-one with you guys. And yeah, that was my Q&A. I will see you guys. You guys will see the next video on Sunday when I do week 2, day 4, which I am gonna film because I did not want to miss another day. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I know it's a bit random than what you guys are usually used to. I'm not even really used to this, but I appreciate everyone that shot me questions, and I hope that for you that are watching, if you have any questions, please type them in the comments. I'd be more than happy to do like a part 2, and I most likely will do a part 2. So like, comment, please subscribe to the channel. I want to hit 1,000. I lost memory as I was doing my outro, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.